So before we start, let me thank the organizing team for organizing such a great event and giving me the opportunity to speak at such a great venue. Secondly, I'd like to ask the audience to put their phones down. Have you ever opened your phone only to forget why you opened it in the first place? Or you meant to check one message or an email, but 45 minutes later, you're scrolling through random content? You're not alone. We live in a world where phones can scroll endlessly, but our minds and bodies can't keep up. Our attention is limited, just like our dopamine receptors in the brain. Let me take you back to my sophomore year of high school. At that time, I was training daily, but I was also glued to my phone and especially social media. I averaged about 8 to 10 hours per day purely scrolling on my phone. It was on a cold winter day when I met up with a good friend of mine who looked at me and said, "Man, you look tired, but like weirdly tired. What's going on?" I brushed it off with a laugh and didn't think much of it, but actually that comment stuck with me. Soon after, I began realizing that the moments that once brought me joy, like walking outside my family, eating in a great restaurant, or even buying myself new designer clothes, it didn't excite me anymore. Fast forward to this year, I was talking to my best friend about productivity, and he mentioned, "Man, I get so much work done every single day just because I spend less time on my phone." I thought to myself, is that really it? Later that evening, my mom came into my room and said, "Put the phone down, let your body rest, use the time and energy differently." And that was my turning point. I realized my extreme screen time was slowing me down. And slowly, everything started to change. My mood, sleep, and grades improved, and finally, after months, I felt real joy. So what was going on? Well, it was dopamine, your brain's motivation chemical. Dopamine is the chemical that motivates us to seek rewards and take action. Here's an interesting fact about dopamine. Dopamine doesn't spike the most when we receive reward, it spikes even more when the reward is unexpected. Think about it. That's why social media is so addictive, because you never know what's coming next, a like, a message, or a funny clip. That uncertainty creates a powerful dopamine rush in our minds, and our brains love it, and they want more and more of it over time. Apps like TikTok and Instagram use short 6 to 8 second long videos to deliver these unpredictable rewards quickly and constantly triggering your brain's reward system. This effect isn't just limited to phones. These heights can also come from things like sugar, video games, gambling, and even drugs, which can potentially lead to very strong addictions. But here's the good news. Your brain can reset, but only with the right habits and break from distractions. Here's what worked for me. I started my mornings off without my phone. Just 1 hour a day made a huge difference. I spent that time reading, getting sunlight, and reconnecting with the outside world. There are many great apps, but personally, I used OneSec and Forest, 2 apps designed to cut down distraction, build awareness, and help you manage your time intentionally. Instead of removing distractions, I replaced them with real and meaningful activities. For example, I bought myself a mountain bike and started riding with my best friend outside. I said yes to things that scare me the most, like talking to a public audience, but more importantly, I started chasing real dopamine from things like sun, ice, sauna, weights, hard work, and breathwork. At night, I started wearing blue light blocking glasses and changed the color of my screen to red, like so, to help my brain wind down and to protect my sleep. I've also learned that discomfort builds true and real confidence. And the truth is, I always feel and felt the happiest right after pushing something really tough and deserving this hardly in dopamine. Sometimes we think we control our phones, but actually, they control us. And through this controlling, they steal our time from living in the present moment. Think about it. Here's what I want you to remember from today's talk. Because you have the power and ability to take your control back. You can reset your mind, refocus, and rediscover the real joys of life. You just have to start. So ask yourself, are you able to put the phone down and take the first step toward chasing your dreams? Because the life you want is waiting for you. Go after it. Thank you.